Hey, what's going on? DDO players, Axel here. Welcome back to my free-to-play series. If you have not seen these videos before, this is a series where I'm playing through DDO on a fresh free-to-play account using only what I find, no guild buffs, no auction house, no trades from other players, no characters, nothing like that. So not much to update on the character today. We'll just jump straight into the quests. Well, I guess not true. One thing, I actually found a search item since the last video. So I have a search item should there be a quest in the future. I need to find a secret door. Would have been nice to have this in Church in the Cult. But anyways, we're going to start with Hiding in Plain Sight today, which is kind of the prequel quest to the Restless Isles, which is a very old pack that's not very commonly run. It is paid, but the pack is paid, but the prequel quest, Hiding in Plain Sight, is free to play. We are back in the harbor, and we have to get the quest from the Wayward Lobster. We're going to jump over to House Jarasco after that. So let's see. Got Hiding in Plain Sight. So this one's a little strange. You have to talk to two different NPCs. This guy, and then you go back and talk to Baudry Cardamon. If you remember him, he was one of the first quests. We ran Baudry Cardamon's. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Baudry Cardamon's chain in episode 2 in the harbor. He's basically the first thing you run after you get out of Korthos, but there's another quest, this one, which he gives you. So you got to talk to him and a man named Baudry Cartamon. That's the chain we ran back in episode 2, but this one we're going to select Twilight Forge, and that's going to give us this quest. And Twilight Forge is the name of the raid, actually, that's in the Restless Isles pack. If you want to watch me run that raid, I actually have a video of me soloing it if you want to check it out. So we're going to do all the quests on Elite today. This quest is kind of, I'm not a huge fan of this quest. It's, I don't know, it's not particularly exciting. There are a few things. I mean, there is an underwater swim section, which we actually don't have. I still don't have an underwater action item, so I have to use this Ring of Water Breathing, which is fine. There's some traps we're going to try to avoid, and fortunately for this, it is a longer swim, but we'll be fine because there's actually some air pockets we can run up to and use, so it's not a big deal. Thing we're gonna do, go down here. As you can see the map, it's a larger quest. It's I would call it a long quest. A lot of traps as well. So not this episode, but the next episode we're gonna be running the quest Made to Order, which has a lot of traps in it as well. Quite a few quests in this level range with a bunch of traps. So this quest is level 10. Oh, that's not good. I got a little liberal with my health there. Fortunately, my hireling hit me with a heal there, but I don't think I would have died anyway. But Made to Order we're gonna run here the next episode, and that has a lot of traps as well. So I am holding level 12 as I was unlocking these on Elite. I did hit level 13. Let's try to not fight this guy in the water. What in the heck? This is strange. Well, we're gonna leave him alone then. It's kind of odd. Oh, there he goes. I think he was in a spot that was on. For some reason I could not hit him. I'm holding level 13 right now. I wanted to wait until after this quest was over because we want to get our delving bonus because it's a level 10. But this is the last level 10. After, we'll probably go ahead and do the next quest. Even though it's 11, I'll probably just go straight to it rather than take level 13. We'll only be one level over, that's fine. And then I'll do the leveling and stuff and inventory management, you know, off when I'm not recording an episode. Okay, so on this part, I like to stick to the right-hand side here. There's a trap we can run around. My hireling is going to decide to run through it. I actually should. I said this for a while. I actually should. There's a shrine, I think, up here, yeah. So it's fine. I really should be carrying some race scrolls. I know I said that several episodes ago, but I really should be carrying some race scrolls just for my hireling. Because there might be spots. I also considered stopping using a hireling just because it can get to the point where I can probably afford Cure Serious potions, because if I can afford Cure Serious potions, I don't think I really need a hireling, although it's nice to have one for safety. I think we'll ignore that shrine. I think I'm good. It's nice to have one for safety. I mean, if nothing else, there's really no reason to not... I don't know if I should have pulled that, actually. There's no reason to not just use a hireling. He's gonna run his trap again. There's no reason to use one. At least keep it at the start of the quest for safety reasons. Let's go revive our hireling again. I think I actually made a mistake there. I don't think I should have. I don't think I should have pulled that. I think that might have initiated that trap. I'm not entirely sure though. Got more grease to deal with. Fortunately, no freedom of movement, just something we're going to have to deal with as a free-to-play player on this build.
You hear the sounds of battle from up ahead.
Okay. We're going to go... Actually, I don't think we have to go left. I'll go ahead and kill these things. Yeah, I don't think we have to go left here. Yeah, we just go up here, I believe. Oh, whoops, you get on this corridor. That's a dead end. Okay, then there's a lever back here.
Judging from the thick cobwebs in the hallway beyond, this gate was closed for good reason.
Get to the spider section of the quest.
The sounds of scurrying rats are gone, replaced by an eerie silence.
Okay, so this part, there's 2 crystals. One of these quests, go one direction, get a thing. Go the other direction, get a thing. Proceed forward. So there's a lever. I believe there is a lever in one of these. Yeah, I think this lever is random. I believe it was in the other. I think it was over there last time I ran this. Yeah, last time I ran this, I believe the lever is right here. But anyways, there's lever 1. So many spiders. Here's our next one. Okay, and I think there's nothing up here. Yeah, alright. So now we can go east, and I believe now we are at the swim. Yeah, so the swim is down here. So what we're going to do, these traps are going to hurt a little bit. I'm going to do my best to stay out of it. I don't think... Let's see. I want to make sure I get that buffed up. Let's make sure I get heroism. Get a little more saves. Then have my hireling give me a shot here. And then he's going to stand pat. And then I'm going to do my underwater action. Or not my underwater action, but my water breathing to get a little bit of a... little bit of something here. So here, I'm going to try to swim up and to the right. Hopefully, well, it's not working very well. There we go. I avoided that one. And if you do need to heal, you can just jump up here. So you can kind of see my character. You can't actually float at the top of water like this. And heal yourself with potions. Okay. So let's make sure. Yeah. Okay. I was forgetting which way I came from at first. So I'm not too worried. I can kind of tank this actually. Okay. So let's keep going. We'll stop, drink some more potions. Okay. It's kind of hard to avoid these. I mean, I'm trying, but it's tough. So there is a lever up here to stop that blade. There's really no reason. There's a blade. I'll show you. Pull that. There's a blade trap down there that goes off. There's really nothing down there other than a collectible. There's not a lot of reason to actually go get that. So that's all there is to this part. Yeah, kind of rough, that section, if you don't have evasion and you're, say, like you're a cleric or a sorcerer or some kind of squishy character. Fortunately for me, I'm able to power through because I'm a pretty tanky, fairly tanky paladin. Not like super ultra tanky, but fairly tanky. But, you know, if you need to, get a bunch of cure potions and just stop in between each room and drink up. And I was being a little impatient, to be honest. I could have taken less damage there, for sure, but I was being lazy because I knew I could take the damage, so I didn't exactly try my hardest to avoid damage there. A lot less damage on, if you want to lower the difficulty, a lot less damage on lower difficulties, though. One of the reasons why, this is a very, unpopular quest. The XP isn't great, and it has that trap section. Oh, I forgot there's this. It has that trap section. And it's not needed anymore, because it's not required to get to Restless Isles, even if you want to do Restless Isles, which very few people run. But if you want to do Restless Isles, you can actually just take a guild ship, teleport there. So we are almost done.
Agents of the Aurum are overseeing Hazardil's crew.
So the boss is up here, Hazardil. Hazardil the Bugbear. And that's it for this quest. Not going to worry about any of the optionals. But you do have to loot that book of charts before you continue. But yeah, I mean, look at that. It's not 7,000 XP. Granted, I'm only getting half of my... Because I did it on hard already. I'm getting not full XP for that run because I've already got some of my bonus elsewhere. But yeah, not a quest I think is really worth running. And I wouldn't... I won't run it again for a very long time now that I'm done with it for this series. Okay, so now that we're done, we are going to go to, well, we got to turn in our quest. Talk to this guy, then we got to talk again to the guy inside the bar. Then we're going to head on over to House Jarasco. I mean, we could go ahead and... Let's see. Maybe I'll just go ahead and take the next level. Let's see. Depth of... Seeker of Strength 5. That's... Yeah, that's a nice... That's something I'm happy to see. I'm going to have to figure out how to get that in. Do a little bit of what we call gear Tetris here. Probably in between... Well, maybe not next episode, but maybe... some point in the future here. I'm gonna switch these around a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little tired when I'm recording this. I got some coffee to try to perk me up a little bit, but I am definitely not quite myself today. All right, so let's sell a few things. Don't need that. Fortitude 6 is nice, but we don't. I'm not too concerned about Fortitude saves, honestly, on this build. Okay, let's see. We'll go ahead and level, I guess. Since we are done, we may as well. Paladin. We can find the Paladin trainer. Which I believe he's standing... Yeah, there he is. Okay. Got an action point we can spend. Which I'm going to spend on... Let's see... Do the core.
Willing to face an unknown foe in the ancient ruins of Giant Hole.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the core because I want the fourth core. This third core isn't too amazing, but I do want these spells plus the 5 PRR and MRR, so we take that. All right. So now, make our way to House Jarasco. We can go ahead and use a few things. So I guess, let's see. Okay, I guess I will stop by the bank and grab a few things. I was going to do this in between episodes, but I guess I can do it now. I'll just put a timestamp in the video for people who want to kind of jump forward to the next quest. Because I do have a few things in the bank I want to use. So the bank, I did go ahead and purchase bank upgrades that we've earned through favor. So we have 2 upgrades we've earned, but one costs 2,000 platinum, one costs 8,000 platinum to upgrade. So we now have 60 bank slots, which is good because as I get gear that I'm too low level for, or I think I might want to use later, I can grab it. One cool thing about the bank is this is the thing I wanted. This is a little bit better than our current great sword, so we'll use that. Although we'll keep this one that we're currently using in our inventory. This might heal, because in Made to Order, which we're going to do next episode, that it might heal some of the golems. But yeah, we pulled this, a couple episodes ago, and I was too low level to use it. Just Electrifying of Tendon Slice, just very, very slightly better than this one, because it's a higher minimum level. It has a better base damage profile, and it has Tendon Slice on it. So just a kind of a slight upgrade. The other thing I wanted to check, actually, was I did find, as I was turning in these quests on hard... did find one armor that might be a slight upgrade. yeah, this physical resistance of acid resistance. So PRR 15, acid resistance 18, and it's heavy armor, and it's a higher minimum level. So I'm gonna get, it should be pretty close. Let me see. It has acid resistance as well. Let me see what my PRR and MRR is with this one on. So it's 67.25. Okay, so I got one more. So it's a very slight upgrade over this. So I was using this medium armor that had PRR 15, which is the same as this heavy armor. But this medium armor had insightful sheltering 5, but you get a better bonus to PRR on heavy armor. So at this point, it's outweighed the insight. Since it's a higher minimum level, you get more of that base bonus. And it has acid resistance 18 as a nice little perk, which isn't bad because the regular resist potions are only 20 acid resist, or only 10 acid resistance. So having 18 on an item is, is useful. Insightful, intimidate we don't care about, but the rest of the stuff we do care about. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to upgrade. I did have, is that it? I think that's all I want to upgrade for now. There's a couple other items as stated before, but I'll figure out later where I'm going to put that. Like this item I might want to use. But we'll continue for now with what we have. I might actually, you know what? I would get plus one more hit to hit and damage. So let me actually slot that on. Yeah, so this will give me Seeker 5. We wouldn't need the Seeker from the gloves. So the gloves we could replace. Actually, I have an idea. Because I could give up the Seeker from the gloves so we wear those boots. And I believe I have an accuracy item. Let me see what. I think it was on the gloves. Let me double check. No, it's on the goggles. See, accuracy +8. I'd love to use that. But I've been hesitant about getting rid of my deadly. So, okay. Okay. So we'll just use those for now. So I get +1 to hit and damage from the extra rank of strength if I wear these. But I do lose from these boots the little bit of attack speed. I'm not quite sure which one's better at this level. The Seeker doesn't matter. It's, it really doesn't matter. It's pretty comparable either way. Okay, anyways. That's enough inventory jostling. Let's go to House Drasko. Which I've just been getting used to using this Stormreach teleporter up here versus actually running, because the house entrances are surrounding the marketplace, but I think it's easier to just run to the north every single time. Especially if you're entering south from the harbor, there's a teleport straight up, like Marketplace North, Marketplace South. I wish they would change this one to say Marketplace South, actually. Okay, let's go to House Drasko and do the Enemy Within, which is up here. And then next episode, we're going to do Made to Order, and we're also going to go do one more quest that's up here near Tempest Spine. And let's go around. I'm going the wrong way. See, the nice thing other than the attack speed is just to have some kind of speed whenever my Expeditious Retreat wears off. All right, let's go over. And this quest is a bit of a troll, actually, to get. I'll show you. You have to do some jumping on some platforms, so. So the Enemy Within. I really like the Star Trek episode Enemy Within of the original series, but this quest, I'm not a big fan of this quest. It's really one that's, so here's the NPC up here. You kind of have to hop up this path, or you can go around on the other side, but you still have to do a little bit of hopping regardless. But this quest, not a big fan. This quest doesn't require a group, but it's a lot faster with a group. Because, okay, here we go. So you have to jump up and kind of hit this NPC, and you need to land near the NPC, because if you land on this ramp, it'll knock you off, or if right here, it'll knock you off. So you need to land close. But this, there's several points in this quest where also you have to choose the second dialogue option each time, which is a little odd. There's several points in this quest where you can split as a group. You don't have to, but you can. You can split as a group and accomplish the objectives twice as fast, because there's a bunch of crests you have to collect in this quest, and the paths split. But as solo, we're gonna have to go up a path, come back, and go to the other path. But if you say have at least one other person with you, it's a lot faster, because you can split the duties. Okay, we can now upgrade to a level 13 hireling. A lot of breakable floors here as well in this quest. This is also the sequel to, if you remember, I believe it was Mira's Sleepless Nights was the name of the quest. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But this quest uses the same map here at the beginning. It's kind of a sequel. I believe I'm getting the name of the quest right. But here, when we ran that quest Mira's Sleepless Nights, we couldn't go through this barrier. But now, for this quest, we can proceed through and see what else is in here. So storyline-wise, it's a bit of a sequel. Yeah, getting acid resist is nice, because these arcane skeletons like to spam acid spells, so I'm kind of glad to have that on my armor. A little bit of a different look for our weapon here. And I do want to show you, though, the end sequence for this one. It's pretty neat, the end section of this quest. Lever up here we have to pull. So there's one thing to know about this quest. There's a lot of skeleton archers. And if they're stationary, I know I've said this in previous episodes, but if they're stationary, you don't need to kill them. Just run past them. They don't add to dungeon alert because they're stationary. Yeah, they love to spam acid rain, these arcane skeletons. When we get to Dreams of Insanity, which is the next quest, will be next episode, there's a lot of casters that love, divine casters that love to spam Flame Strike everywhere. So having some kind of fire resistance for that quest is nice, which we fortunately have on an item, 19. Now, because we have items now for acid and fire, I don't have to cast fire resist. We use the fire resist potions because they don't stack. They're the same bonus. Trap there. Yeah, my hireling got hit. And he's dead. Rip. Alright, so this room's a little bit of an exception. We do have to kill the archers in this room because it's required to advance. Sometimes the devs do that. So these doors on the left and right. gotta kill these archers to progress. This is a bit of a longer quest. So there's those Shambler skeletons who like to cast cold. I think one fell down here. Yeah, there he is. Debating using a lay on hands. Yeah, I'll use a lay on hands. Okay, I'm gonna run up here and try to trip him. I'm actually curious. I probably should have picked up some cure. Oh, I still got a stack. Okay, I was thinking I was on my last stack of cure potions. We got a few more. We're good. I like to always save at least one lay on hands, just in case something happens. Let's go ahead and go this way. Gonna revive our hireling here. And I keep spamming stunning blow against these undead, which I shouldn't, but it's a habit. Let's see, where is... Okay. Trying to get him to use this res shrine. He's being a little stubborn. Come on, buddy. Yeah, my hireling doesn't seem to want to... Yeah, he's being a little difficult, unfortunately. Come on, buddy. And I can't call him to me because he's dead. He may not... I may not be able to get him rezzed, unfortunately. Yeah, because I'm targeting the res shrine. And he just doesn't want to use it. Okay, target, use... Oh, there he is. Okay. Hireling AI is strange. I mean, sometimes they just won't see it. Their pathing is a little messy. Okay. Now we can shrine. We'll have him shrine as well. Okay, so got a lever up here to open that door. But it does trigger that trap. I knew about that trap. I figured I could take it. There's one on each side. I was actually hoping I just didn't get hit. But I should have at least chugged the cold potion. So we don't have a crest for that side yet. Okay, the crests are up here in the north. One's up here in the north, one's in the south. So this is a point where you can split the party right here. One can go north, one can go south, but we'll have to cover both. Obviously, since we're solo. Okay, so let's go, and I think we can use, let's see, yeah, we can run, I think can use this, but this won't open until the other part. So one party has to go to the north, get the crest, plug it in here, and the other party side of the party needs to go south, get another crest and plug it in here. Same crest as over here, but we're gonna have to, and when both are in there, it'll open the gates, but we're going to have to go do the other sides since we're solo, so we're going to have to backtrack. You know, I like the hireling, the armor our hireling is wearing. I think it looks pretty cool. The red and silver look. Okay, crest number 2. There's a lot more crests to go in this quest. It's something you see a lot in DDO, and the crest mechanic is used very often, even today. Myth Drenor, as of the recording of this video, the newest expansion, does use it quite a lot. Okay, let's see if we can not get hit. I could also... The Myth Drenor expansion uses it a lot. Let me see. Be a little careful. Okay, cool. That time I didn't trigger that trap. Okay, nice. But yeah, you see it a lot. Lots of crests in DDO. I mean, it's a good way for them to kind of force you to go in certain areas of the dungeon they want you to go, which is why I imagine that's why they use it so often. Same thing with levers. I prefer levers though, because crests you have to actually pick up and put in your inventory, and sometimes your inventory is full. It's a lot of skeletons. But I guess crests are a little more flexible in where you can place them. Okay, so now we got both crests. Go forward here. Believe there's some sonic traps here, if I remember correctly. My buff's expired also. Need to watch that. Gotta make sure, I always want to have an angel skin on, especially because it's a bunch of extra, like, yeah, look, it's like an extra, what is that, like 13 PR and MR, something like that, 13, 14. Did not mean to use remove disease. It's one of those paladin abilities I mostly ignore because you can use, you just use potions for cure disease instead of using the paladin abilities. So I tend to just do that. I'm so used to it because, you know, not every class has access to that. So, to like a cure disease ability, but every class has access to cure potions. So you get used to it. You build habits. Okay, get me. Okay. By the way, you see me passing a lot of collectibles. I'm not doing Kenneth crafting in the series. We don't really have space to store all these collectibles since we don't have crafting storage. And we basically are limited to, I think, a medium bag and a tiny bag without spending money in the store. See, this guy is blurry. Don't have true seeing yet. So I don't really have a place to put them, and they're not very useful anyway. So I'm opting to just ignore them. Okay, so this is another section of this dungeon where it's intended to split the party. So there's a north and the south, and they're basically identical, as you can see. And there's actually 3 crests in the south and 3 crests in the north. So we need a total of 6 crests to finish this quest. Okay, how is my buffs doing? All right. So you pretty much have to. I mean, you do have to basically go to every room in this quest. Not a lot of optionals outside of this. I mean, there's the Slayer optional. I don't know how I didn't fall in that trap. But basically, because of the placement of the crest, it basically requires you to go into every single nook and cranny of this dungeon. So here's crest number 1 of 6. So what is that? 8 crests total in this dungeon, I think. We got more archers we can ignore. Sometimes the hireling will want to stay and kill stuff you don't need to kill, so you can summon it to you. I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this like all the way back in the pit episode, but if you want to call a hireling to your exact position, you can jump, and while you're in the air, hit the little foot button, and he will appear directly on top of you. It's a good way to force them to go where you want them to go. Killing this guy is required. Gotta watch out for the mind flayers. They can eat your brain, which basically is an insta-kill, and they also do a lot of charisma damage. But, so you should have lesser restore potions on hand for them. But they do have an insta-kill mechanic where they can stun you, so don't let that happen to you. Don't know how I missed this chest. Okay, so now we go to the south, do the exact same thing we just did. Whoops. Alright, up to 4 crests. Probably gonna need to go kill that guy up there. One more. You know, those guys I really don't need to kill. Heal yourself, buddy. Another mind flayer. Charisma damage. Okay. There we go. 6 octopus crests. At least those crests are all the same type, so they stack in your inventory. So you don't need 6 clear inventory spaces. So this is kind of cool here at the end. We're going to see a lot of different doors open. I may use this for the thumbnail for the YouTube video. Well, let's kill the guy first. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking of the wrong I'm thinking of the wrong quest. I think I was thinking of made to order. Yeah, I was. I'm sorry. Forget me. You'll see that next episode. So I'll do something like this for the thumbnail. There we go. Alright. Metallic half plate of death block acid absorption is cool. Okay, guys, let's turn on our quest, see what we get. And I just realized I actually had this whole time I had my this whole episode. This is the danger of having swap items. You forget you swapped them on. So I had a yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter because my haggle item also has stun on it, but I lost a little bit of spell points. But I had my haggle of stunning on instead of my haggle of wizardry because I was selling stuff. Okay, let's turn our quest in after some Mario. Okay, give me something cool, please. Ooh, Stunning 7. That is the first Stunning 7 item I've seen so far in this playthrough. That's kind of a cool great axe, although keen doesn't mean too much at this level. Let's see, Hardy. That should be, oh no, that's con. I was thinking it was PRR. Fire resistance, adamantine, vitality 18 of insightful combat mastery, and MRR 13. That's a kind of a cool armor. Falchion, we got a club. Stunning 7. See, the thing with this, unless I got another PRR item, I would rather a PRR than MRR. Vitality is nice, but probably go with the Stunning 7 item. Just, I don't think I'll be able to use it right now, but I might be able to gear Tetris it in later. But alright guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for next episode. We'll be doing Dreams of Insanity and Made to Order. See you next time. Take care.